Hi, I'd like to take a moment to talk about student loans, the underlying problem of student loans, and my suggestion for dealing with it. Excuse me. The underlying problem with student loans is that they are loans. They are debts. And many young people who do not have the life experience to know better are being pressured into taking these loans. People are being pressured to go into debt. And that is wrong. That is economically wrong. I would go so far as to say that it is morally wrong. So, it's a problem. It's a huge problem. The aggregate of unpaid loans has built up into, I think, $1.3 trillion was a figure I heard mentioned. That must be dealt with, one way or another. Now, I've heard people suggest just stopping the whole student loan program, leave the debts that are unpaid as they are. Eventually, they will be paid or they'll be defaulted on, and they'll go away with the passage of time. I've heard people say that the government should buy out all the student loans through quantitative easing or some such thing. I've heard people say that the student loans should be canceled and instead all colleges should be free for everybody. And by free, they mean it should be paid for by the taxpayers. They might say the government, but the government doesn't pay for anything. The taxpayers do. I disagree with that. I don't think it is right that people who do not go to college or want to go to college or or see any point in college should be compelled to pay for other people to go to college. Or for everybody to go to college. I don't agree with that. I think that's wrong. But I feel that if you are going to pay for people to go to college, then you should pay for people to go to college. Student loans are wrong. If you're going to help people to go to college, then pay their tuitions. Make a nationwide scholarship program. That could work. I support that. Some program, and people who qualify for it can have their college paid for. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. I'm sure most people on the right would have no problem with that. But, okay, back to the aggregate. The $1.3 trillion. I don't think the government should buy that debt out. I think that the government should cancel those debts by fiat. Have Congress pass a law, or the president issue an executive order just canceling all those debts. The vast majority of those debts are held by speculators who bought them for pennies on the dollar, literally pennies on the dollar. So a whole lot of speculators who bought these loans for pennies on the dollar would be left holding an empty bag. Watch me cry. Tears of sadness. Sarcasm. And there are plenty of ways we could make college cost less money. We could make price controls on college. That's an option. There are colleges that have significant cash reserves. I've heard that Harvard has $1 billion in the bank. I've heard suggestions from people that colleges that have $1 billion in the bank should be required to at least keep their tuitions down, if not let people enter for free. Makes sense to me. So let's talk about it. Let's have this dialogue. Let's work things out, because this is a nationwide problem, and the nation should deal with it. And you've heard my suggestion. Please talk back at me. Make a video. Comment below. Let's talk. Let's dialogue. Please. Whether you agree with me or not, whether you're right, left, center, or some purple alien from Pluto, I want to hear what you have to say. And that's all. Please talk.